Hey, how's it going, everyone? Today I'm going to be showing you how to remove the background from footage using the rotor brush in After Effects. So I'm going to go ahead and take my footage and drop it into a new composition. And you can see this footage is about 2.5 minutes long. I'm going to cut this down to just a couple seconds long so you can get the gist of how to do this. But you can cut footage if you have the patience. For as long as you want with the rotor brush. So I'm going to go up here to composition, trim comp to work area, and so I got about a 6-second block that we could work with. Okay, first thing you're going to want to do is make sure you double click on your footage, and I like to just keep things organized, and I'll click on my footage and hit enter. We'll go over to composition and press enter, and then I'm just going to name this roto. And then I'm going to go onto my roto layer over here, or you can double click on the footage again. And make sure you click on your rotor brush. A lot of people have trouble finding it. If your window's kind of smaller like this, you're not going to be able to see it. It's under the Tools tab, and move it all the way over. You'll see brushes. Keep going. Rotor brush. And what we're going to do with this is we're just going to do a quick outline of our talent. And what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to cut him out, essentially like you would if there was a green screen. Jeez, sorry. It's been a long day. I've been on a run and all sorts of crap's been happening. But it's essentially like you're green screening, except for you don't have a green screen, and there's a lot of stuff in the background that I just don't really care for. It's not really relevant. So I'm going to go ahead, and if you hold down Control Option, this will tell you or teach the rotor brush what you don't want. Definitely don't want to keep that. You can see everything's kind of getting messed up around here. Go ahead and try to fix this. All of this. For some reason, I've had trouble in the past with this shoulder, so we just need to go through a little bit more carefully and get everything that we're looking for. Drop this down. So I'm just switching between holding Control Alt and then just using my regular click, and I'm gonna make sure I get this in there and just his sleeve. So also down here you can see that we're getting some of that blackness between the chair hole. Let's get this to come out a little bit. Okay, so we'll start with this. We're going to click on Refine Matte under the Rotor Brush tab, and this is going to go through and uses a lot of color and shape motion to be able to create a better matte looking at the different coloration of pixels around it. And then I like to, when I turn on the decontamination, to bring the smoothness up to about 5, because it does make it a little bit more rigid and kind of does bring the chatter up, so you can also reduce the chatter here. But what I'm going to go ahead and do is start moving forward and just be looking at the mat and seeing if there's anything that starts to jump out. So we're going forward right now, and it does take a little while, especially if you're at full resolution. If you're doing roto stuff, make sure you have at least 4 gigabytes of RAM, and so you can be able to do your roto at full resolution. So if I stop where we're going and go back to the composition view, we have our talent cut out. I'm just going to go composition or layer, new solid, and I'm just going to make a nice white solid. Name this background, and then drop that underneath the roto layer, and then you can see that we kind of have a pretty disgusting looking cutout of our talent. So we need to go back and clean this up. So first thing that we need to do is to go in and start retraining this roto brush. No, we don't want that. We don't want that chunk. And over here, see how that looks. Yeah, we don't want this. And even if you're cut out a little bit too much, we definitely want this. You can feather it so you get a nice kind of blurred edge where you can kind of really hide a lot of your mistakes. So if I go and I feather this up to 40. I'll go to my composition. You can see that my edges are a little bit softer, and it does look a little bit more realistic. Oops, I don't want that green, I want that to be red. Awesome. So now we're going to go out, and I'm just going to keep letting this go forward a little bit and make sure that it is tracking the talent as we want it. Another thing that you can do that is just going to require a little bit more effort is go ahead and duplicate this layer, put it on top, and then you can go in and separately roto out this. I just like to keep separate rotos on different layers, because when you're trying to do two separate rotos at the same time, things get a little crazy, and it just, in my opinion, takes too much time. So yeah, I hope this was helpful to you. This is kind of just a quick overview of how to use the roto brush. If you don't already have After Effects, or you're looking to get any more of their creative design suites, you can go ahead, and there's a link below in the description of this video that you'll get a nice little discount if you go through me. So thank you guys so much for watching. This is Casey Baker. Thank you for watching.